Hey, Care Portal churches, Merry Christmas. I want to take a second and refresh our memory on how to search our website for open requests. As we approach Christmas and the end of 2016, we have several requests that have been sitting open for quite some time. And we want to make it our goal before the end of 2016 to meet every single need that's out there in the Kansas City region and a little further beyond. So if you guys could, as point people, go onto the website, look for open requests in your area, and engage your church in meeting these needs and really coming alongside our neighbors. We would be so grateful. I'd imagine most of you are pretty familiar with the process of receiving an email and responding to the need through the email, or activating the community by hitting send a message in that email that you get notifying you of the request. However, I think less of us are familiar with the process of searching for open requests from our website, so I want to walk through step by step what that looks like. You'll want to open careportal.org in your web browser and click on the Churches tab that comes up and scroll down to Find Open Requests. This is going to allow you to see any request that's open nationwide. So as you can see, it says there's 498 requests sitting open. That's nationwide. And we also have to remember that sometimes it takes caseworkers a little while to close them out even after they've been met. So some of the requests on the website have already been met. So I'm going to show you a trick where you can check and make sure that the request is actually still open and still legitimately in need. First, though, it's important to know that you can narrow down the requests that you're reading through. Instead of reading through all of them nationwide, you can actually search by keyword, by county, or by zip codes. So you can search your local county here. I'm going to search Jackson County, Missouri, pull it up from a drop-down menu. And I'm also going to add a keyword. Let's say a congregation member informed me that they have bed. I can type bed into the keyword search here, and it'll bring up any open requests for beds in Jackson County. So here there's 10 different options for requests that reference a bed in some way, and I can search and read through them and see if my church is able to meet any of these needs. I've found one that I think my church is able to meet, and when I look at it, though, I see that there's been one response. So here's how you can check to see if that response indicates that the need has been met in full, or if it's just a response meeting the need in part. Go ahead and click the respond link as if you're ready to respond, and then scroll and find your church's name in the list of churches that received the initial request email. If your church did not receive the initial request email, that's okay. You can still respond from the website. You'll just need to scroll to the bottom and click this Add Your Church to Respond button, which will generate a form that will allow you to pull your church from a drop-down menu and confirm your point person's email address. So here you go. Find your church or type it in to search and it'll pull up a drop-down menu. Type your name or add your name if you're a new responder. And then if you're the point person, you're going to put your email address here. If you're not the point person, then you're going to put your point person's email address to confirm that your church is in fact enrolled. You've hit respond from the website, and then you're going to find your church's name if you've added it or if you already received it, and you're going to click respond next to your church's name. This is going to show you any responses that have already come through on this. So here's all the details about this specific request, and here's the information about previous responses to this request. So here you see the message that came through when a church responded. They have $50 to JCPenney, $100 to Walmart, a couch with end tables, and a table with 4 chairs. So when I go back and read the request, I see this family still needs beds. So the request has been met in part by this church, but there's still items that are needed. So I can go ahead and respond to those. At this point, I can just scroll down and respond to the request by finding my name from the search bar, entering my phone number, confirming the point person's email address for my church, and then identifying what I'm going to be able to offer for this request. And it'll generate an email to the caseworker just as if I had responded from the original email. So just to run through that one more time, let's try another option. So let's say I'm a church in Johnson County, Kansas. I'm going to search my county in this search toolbar. And then I'm going to search for a specific item, probably a car seat. This is going to pull up any open requests in Johnson County for a car seat. I see it looks like there's only one, and it looks like it's indicated here that there's already been a response. So I'm going to check on that and see if there's still part of this need that needs to be met. Here we can see that Indian Creek Community Church did respond to this already, and it hasn't identified what they said they could offer. So I can actually email Indian Creek Community Church if they're in my active community, or I can go ahead and respond to the worker and say, is this still a need? Always feel free to reach out to your coordinator or your regional manager, or you can even respond directly to the caseworker if you have any questions regarding the request. It's so important that we understand and educate ourselves the why behind a lot of these requests. It helps us mobilize more people to respond to the needs of these children and families when we get why these items are being asked for or why these services are being asked for. So if you have questions, reach out to your coordinator first. If they can't answer it, they'll help you get the answer that you need. While I'm here, I just also want to show you that you guys can look for church resources under this tab. And there's a plethora of videos on our website that are testimonies. The Faces of Care Portal videos are really powerful. And I just encourage you to spend some time looking through them, especially over maybe Christmas break if you have a little bit of extra time, and send them on to your congregation, send them on to your Care Portal responders to encourage and generate more participation. Every single person has the opportunity to do something in this space, and we really want to encourage and equip and empower more and more people. So send these resources on to your people, spend some time exploring, but once again, we do just challenge you to find a couple of requests in the next few weeks that your church can respond to. Maybe challenge your responders to go deeper than they've gone before, to think bigger than they have before, and let's try to get all of these needs met before the end of 2016. Thanks so much, everybody.